again. It's me. I'll just carry on from where I left off. And where I left off was the relationship that I have with my army crew. Generally, you have to work out some sort of SOP between the section and how you work with the army crew itself. We generally found a way that we do it, and he's in charge of his vehicle, and obviously I'm in charge of the section. If he goes down, obviously I take over the command role of the vehicle and the section itself. Getting back to the tasks at hand, like I said, we have checkpoint tasks, and we also have the bulk fuel installation security tasks. We also do patrolling on the old confrontation line between the HVO and the BIH. The checkpoints themselves, generally the local police factions that man them aren't too bad, but they have got a big problem, which is bribery, and you'll see that a lot. What happens is the local civilian populations, they move through the checkpoints, they get to where the policemen take the identification, they get checked, and prior to that, a lot of them, especially the BIH, because they're not paid apparently to do the job, what they do is on one of the checkpoints, they take them down to this little shed, they take their bags in, and from there they do a wee bit of wheeling and dealing. That sort of thing that we're trying to stop over there, because obviously it's illegal. And the way that we do it is we sort of have a standover technique where one of the guys whom they task to keep an eye on this local policeman and watch the moves that he does. This may involve actually following him down to wherever he's going to conduct his bribery or take items from the local civilian populations, and most of them are females. They sort of, the only ones that are on foot tend to not have that much power whatsoever. So our guys generally stand next to the policeman, sort of glare him in the eye, and he tends to get uncomfortable. And usually in the end, if we're lucky, they'll let them go. But be aware of that, it does happen, and it's quite weird. We haven't had any problems with the local policemen themselves. They talk to us, and we talk back to them. We offer them civil rights. Another thing that they're bad for is probably drinking checkpoints as well. There comes a certain time of the day when beer comes in from the local cafes that are around some of the checkpoints, and they start drinking on the checkpoints themselves. It hasn't got to the point at the stage where they get totally drunk and start abusing who's coming through themselves. Probably routine with the guys, everyone knows exactly what to do, when their roster duties are, when they have to man the turret and on the ground. After that, when they have the stand down period, they do a lot of writing, a lot of eating, food goes around, and probably a lot of resting. We're getting the opportunity at this stage to hopefully go further up north and do an exchange with the British, which is really interesting. So what happens is they bring the warriors down with them, and we do the local exchange with them, and we have them big up north, close to the confrontation line between the Serbs and the BIH, and we do duties up there with them. In turn, they come down here, bring the armoured vehicle down, which is interesting because a lot of the guys get to have a play around with it, find out what the vehicle's all about, and actually go for a ride. That's exactly. I'd just like to finish off now because I'm babbling away a wee bit. I'd like to say to all those guys that never came over with us, bad luck. It's probably not because of your own fault, but due to other circumstances. The weather over here is pretty good at this stage. We're looking at snow in the next couple of weeks, so they say. Come on, guys, boys.
Cut it, boys. Next. Yeah, g'day to the boys back in our battalion.
hard luck there, but maybe the next one, you know. And great to Baba, Baba. Penny.
Big 3-6 in the road. Private Wickens didn't make it.
Yeah, and hard luck to all those guys that missed out, like Grace, in my break. Wickens.
Last couple quick. Hope to see you over here soon.
Yeah. Whare. It's not that good, bro.
You're not missing out on lunch.
And big parties when we get back. Whare's house.
Yep, Surfy on a pan round to your left. A couple of interpreters there with quite close contact with them.
Been here a month now, and league's coming up for most of us.
Up to Germany and France, England. Just all around Europe.
And I see some of the lads from British guys that we've met so far. And given their addresses over in Germany, they're based over there. We're going to go over there, get on the piss with them, and maybe they'll show us around some of the hotspots, some of that stroll line.
Generally, I'd like to say that we hate it over here and wish we were here.
That's hitting the nail on the head.
Especially at Christmas when we touring Europe. On our own, we can't believe all that money that we're getting. What?
Oh yeah, I've got the last bird of the day. Life is pretty tough here and plenty of action. And yeah, can't wait to get home.
Hello to everyone back home, and more so I guess to the guys back there in QAMR. As the warrant officer with our email element out here, I guess it's important that I pass on a few bits and pieces to how we're operating here in Bosnia. You're no doubt aware that we are now one EME element and that the FRG and LAD are combined. Right back at the start, that was how myself and Captain Coleman had really hoped things would go, and that would be easier for us to command and oversee the technical repairs that are done in theatre. Plus, of course, we're all up here with the company and all our equipment's up here, and it's just a lot more easier for us to control and get the equipment back in the user's hands. Right now, the A vehicle mileage is relatively low. The Land Rovers are doing a heck of a lot of work, and most of our problems we're experiencing at the moment are with the Land Rovers. We're having problems with leaking hydraulics in the clutches, noisy gearboxes, and the starter motor problem with the Land Rovers that was anticipated that came is starting to show its ugly head, I guess. We have raised the defects on these, and we hope to have workable solutions on some of these defects, and more importantly on the starter motor defect. The clutch one we can repair without too much bother, and the gearbox problems I'm sure we'll be able to sort out as well. But as soon as Tech Services can come back with the ideal solution to the starter motor problem, and that being a 24-volt starter, I think it would make us make it a lot more easier for us and the users. I mentioned the A vehicles here. The mileage here is relatively low, and the work certainly isn't hard. The vehicles, the crews take them out to their checkpoints, and the checkpoints are up to 30 kilometres away from the base here. So the daily mileage isn't high, and it's not hard work. Right now, I'm anticipating that the A vehicles aren't going to create too much bother for us. Once the cold weather comes on, I guess the A vehicles will get a bit more work, and that with the track they will be able to get out to the areas with snow, etc. Generally, we are quite comfortable, I think, right now with our numbers. We've got 1 in 36 in the EME element, and it's really hard to keep all those guys fully employed each day. We commit a section of guys, which is approximately 9 guys, to camp tasks at the moment, these being the engineer tasks within the camp, and very shortly will be the security tasks. So right now, yes, we are comfortable, and I'm not too sure if it's a bit premature, but we could possibly drop some numbers off for the next rotation, but that will no doubt be confirmed shortly. Overall, the guys are certainly happy. They enjoy it here with the company group. We're managing to keep on top of things, and we certainly look forward to hearing what's happening back home. And I guess come Christmas time, or come after Christmas, we're starting to count down the days to coming home. Thank you very much. I'll just come back in and clarify one area, or a statement that I made there regarding our manpower being relatively comfortable with our manpower. The threat is always, yeah, that our A vehicles may, their workload may increase, or the company group may be moved to an area where the threat is that much more higher, and as a consequence the A vehicles would get a lot more work. If that were to occur, then I would envisage that because of the high A vehicle usage, then we would also get a high workload from it, and our manpower would be fully committed. So I guess right now I'm saying we're comfortable, but however, if we were to move and those A vehicles were to do the sort of mileage that we anticipated back in New Zealand, then I'm sure the Emu element would be quite busy.
Okay, I'm Warrant Officer Doug Walker. I'm over here as the Camp RSM of Shantichu Camp. My initial appointment here was as the Warrant Officer Coordination and Headquarters Rear down in Split. But since then my appointment has changed, and I'm now here looking after the camp along with Captain Nation and Major Corn. Our job really deals with security of the camp and welfare. There's lots to do in the welfare field. Primarily we concern ourselves with leave and mail, that sort of thing. The things that keep the soldiers happy here. Mail especially. We've got real problems with that, and we're trying through our people at Headquarters Rear to sort it out. Leave's another big issue that's about to start, in fact tomorrow. And as each week goes by, we have a rulement going out. It's a real nightmare, and it requires a lot of work. We also deal in the day-to-day running of the camp, which entails working with local Croatian contractors and UNPROFOR people. We also deal with the neighbouring units in camp, being a Dutch transport company and a Belgian transport company. That takes a lot of diplomacy. I found that Captain Nation has been excellent in that area, and I have to just back him up every now and then and talking to the CSMs. I also have to coordinate the security roster for camp. We arrived here, we're having the Dutch run the place for the last 2 years. We arrived here and actually took over this camp, took over command of the camp, and that's been an issue that has been resolved very well by Captain Nation. The Dutch are very proud of what they've done here the last 2 years, and we've come along and sort of taken over, if you like. So it's taken a little bit of work to smooth things over and get the Dutch on side, and we've done very well there. So what I would like to see in the future, and this is a personal view, is that we get an RSM over here to take over from me in the future. What it does, I think, is it gives the RSMs operation.
Okay, Michael, where are we going today?
We're taking a jaunt up to the infamous...
Don't freak out, remember I'm here for you.
Okay, I think I'll be able to handle it.
Okay, how are we going, Michael?
We're going in those vehicles there.
Oh, those big white things?
Yes.
What are they called?
M113A1s with additional armour.
A1s? They sound like a pretty nifty piece of kit. However,
Well,
not as nifty as that piece of beastie over
Shall
there.
we go and have a look?
Shall we? I think we shall.
Well, at this honest lifetime council, I was here all AMP, so what we've got to use today is two specials. But over here, the Warrior, an English armoured vehicle, of which is leading to us for the day, is offered to you at a very, very cheap price, all in running order, of course. And right next to it, we have the V-Dub. V-Dub, which is the M113 version.
For the price of 17 M113s, you can get one of these immaculate looking fighting machines.
But wait, that's not all. You also get free road wheels, guns, ammunition, people to court. It's all yours.
This is a BIH pit on a active weapon site. Woohoo! And this is call sign of 42. And that is Adam Hoffman, who is temporarily attached to this call sign. That's it.
Hang on. Mike Smith. Bravo Mike 5. Okay Mike, here we are from camp. What are we going to do now?
We're going to go and have a look at these pits.
Okay, let's.
Wait.
What?
Stop right there.
Why?
Pause.
Okay. Record.
We are here at an active weapons site
Yes Mike?
called BM5.
Bravo Mike 5.
Bravo Mike 5.
Okay, let's go for a walk.
Let's go.
Okay. Mike, I find it hard to see and film at the same time.
Don't look over there.
Why not? Here is a New Zealand soldier. Okay, so
You
say.
can actually see that the weapon has been fired. Are we recording?
Yes?
There's ammo containers, obviously logs, bit of overhead protection for the incoming. Follow me. And looks like to be a bit of a accommodation block.
It reminds me of Turandak, Mike.
Well, maybe a bit more like Fienza.
Fienza? Or the Baggies Bar?
Yes.
Well Mike, this is the inside.
Well,
And quite frankly, it's not what I call a Lockwood Smith home.
it probably looks like a big black hole on the camera.
Yes.
Probably not a lot of light.
No, there is a bit of light in there.
This is where the BIH, as we call them in the trade, or the Muzzies, took on the fucking the Serbs in that area there.
Would this be like the Alamo of the Bosnia War?
No, I don't think there is actually any fighting here
At all?
at all.
Oh, okay.
Active weapon site.
Okay.
Up there, if we could see properly, is the Vlasic feature, which there's been some mortal fucking combat going on.
Are you sure it's not over that way, Mike?
Did I go like that?
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty broad area. North-ish. North, south-ish, east, west-ish.
OHP, get some.
If I had my fucking GPS and obviously my fucking satellites in conjunction, I might be able to find out where exactly I am.
Well, Michael, where's your GPS?
My GPS, unavailable.
At this present time.
Let's have a look in here.
Oh, fuck. Here's the rest of Bravo Mike 5. Okay. Okay.
As we can see, there's a fairly elaborate trench system that runs out this way. Obviously for protection of the firing party. There's another bit in here, overhead protection. And see me come out.
You didn't come out, Mike.
I did.
Just pretend you did.
Fair enough.
Hop out of the way, Mike, and I'll
There.
catch it.
What's that?
Get out of the way. I'll see if I can get in there. That's a hole in the ground.
Stuck on the other end.
Yeah. One of the locals has just pointed out that we've got a religious artifact that dates back to 2,000 years old, and it's right here with us. It's quite amazing. If we pan down, you can have a look that this is the toilet that Jesus went to after the Last Supper.
It's still got some Jesus stains on it, Mike.
Obviously fallen over, you know, and the shit stains aren't there anymore.
No, I can see some Jesus stains.
See?
Yeah.
The shroud.
A bit of shroud been caught on a nail.
Okay. Obviously, we can't touch it because the wrath of God will obviously come down on us.
And get diarrhea for
But Mike, Jesus Christ has scribed his name in there with his pocket knife.
It does.
Swiss Army, is she?
See in that far corner, Jesus Christ was here.
I can't pan in that far. And that's a bit of Jesus muff in the corner too, isn't it?
I think so.
Okay.
Right, the boys are relaxing. We still have our stag operating while the boys have their lunch.
Randy McScab.
This is our interpreter. Smile to the camera, wave, say hello to Ma. Yeah, that's good enough. There's... Ugh, enough of that. Food.
Food. Trousers.
Let's assess what the cooks have got for us today. Let's lie it out in a nice... This is the average New Zealand overseas cut lunch. One roll. One packet of peanuts. One Mars bar. Mars a day helps you work, rest and play. And yogurt.
A yogurt dessert.
And Skittles. Oh, I want the purple ones. And obviously the second roll, because with only one roll it would be a waste of time. And the choice of the new generation.
Smith, he got ripped off. I've got 2 packets more in my lunch.
Trooper Waters, who is now appearing on the screen in front of you, has got 2 packets of Skittles.
And he got a ratchet and a socket.
And a ratchet and a socket. That's handy. Well, Mr. Strong, I think we've wasted enough of your tape watching us eat lunch.
Bravo, Mike 5.
up here. It was a long way up there, a long way back, but now we're back. I'm glad to be here. Looking forward to a good dinner. And a beer.
Thanks tonight.
And now you can have your video camera back, Mr. Strong.
Thank you very much.
Here we are at the main entrance to camp with the old lady inside and the guys doing a good humanitarian project, chopping her wood.
This is an officer selection board behind us with the private soldiers working hard.
And the traditional coffee while chopping wood. Have to speak up, guys.
So your coffee's getting cold?
Baby, you drive me crazy.
Okay, g'day, welcome to Checkpoint Bravo 5. Just to let you know what's happening around here. In that direction is the BIH, in this direction to my left is the HBO lines. Our mission here is to promote the freedom of movement of vehicles. Our mission here is to promote the freedom of movement of vehicles and people. Task of this checkpoint in particular are to ensure that UN has freedom of movement from HVO to BIH and BIH to HVO. Also to ensure that women and people outside the military age, the men, have freedom of movement that's over 60 and under 16 years old. Also to record any violations of any ceasefire agreements in this general area. Just to show you around. Okay, moving from right to left, this little hut over here is where the HVO police hang out. They sleep in there bloody day and night. Here's our PC, covers basically the checkpoint and covers down the roads towards the BIH and towards the HVO. We have our CP hut, used to be an old petrol station. That's where our commanders hang out and have comms back to Zero Alpha. At the back of the hut, that's where all the rest of the boys hang out and ready at a moment's notice. To the left is where the BIH police hang out, just a small hut, and that's about it, Checkpoint Bravo 5.
Means something.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Oh, I think that this tree is wonderful. Pink.
It is.
David, stop it. Mine is not
Good
very
evening.
keen to go on TV or anything like that.
This is Corporal Mike Smith, and I am at the CP of Bravo 5.
That's all I have to say.
This is the CP at Bravo 5. This is where we man the radios and take down any incidents that happen. From here we can observe also out into the CP itself. Nothing much goes on here apart from convoy travel and troops coming in and out of the pocket. The locals around here are very friendly, and the policemen hang out just outside and they keep us in good stock of chocolate.
Yep.
What we're doing here is doing what is called the FFE work. It is removing the explosives out of the mines. The mines we had were given to us by the local HVO engineer guy. He gave it to us for our mine awareness program. We weren't too happy about doing mine awareness with live mines for the kids, so what we're doing is we're going about the process of removing the explosives. Basically all it is a matter of breaking the seal on the mines and opening the mines up and removing the explosives. Relatively safe process on the majority of these mines. We're actually only going to do very simple mines ourselves, so that obviously we're not endangering ourselves or anything else. We're using, as you can see, as we pan around, you'll be able to see that we're using both anti-tank and anti-personnel mines.
Got to speak up.
This box here is the explosive that we've actually removed from the mines. It's, as I said before, it's a safe. Basically, all a mine is an encased explosive. All we want is the case. We don't want the explosive. The explosive will be taken out, detonator and a booster charge put in, and we'll blow it. We'll get rid of it. So it's relatively safe. Right. As I said before, this explosive is safe. You can chip away, you can hit it with a hammer, you can do anything you want with it, within reason obviously, and it is safe. So it's very safe for us to handle, and we've got no qualms about that. The biggest thing we have to do is make sure that the mines that we clean are very, very clean.
TMA 5, anti-tank mine, and this one down here is a TMA 2 anti-tank mine, and we've just finished taking all the explosive out of it.
This is a TMA 4 anti-tank mine. I'm just trying to split the seal to get into it, using a pocket knife and a screwdriver, and it's pretty hard at the moment. Yeah, I'm just going around cutting in between the body at the top, trying to split it open, get the explosive out and clean it up. TMA 4 is approximately 5 to 6 kilos of explosive in it, high explosive, and takes about 130 plus kilos of downward pressure on it to explode. There's three fuses, so if any one of them's hit, it'll go off. And it will disable any tank, it will blow any tank's track off and disable it.
So when? Mine I've got here is a TMA 3 anti-personnel mine. It has a small lug on the bottom to screw in your percussion cap. And what I'm simply going to do is just remove the plastic, the rubber outer layer, break the two halves apart, and try and get into this piece here. This piece here has got explosives on the inside. I haven't had a good look at it yet, but I'd say we'll be breaking the seal around the top to try and open it up and get the explosives out. Shouldn't be a difficult job. Most of these commercially built Yugoslavian mines are actually heat sealed. Plastics heat sealed together. And all we have to do is cut the heat seal and the explosive basically pops out on us. This mine here has a small amount of explosive on it, a large pressure plate. Standing on it, you can guarantee that your foot will be driven up your ass, and you wouldn't have to worry about a pair of boots anymore.
Mine here is called Prom 1. It's a bounding fragmentation mine. What that means is it's placed in the ground where someone trips a wire. You can have up to 6 trip wires running off it. Someone trips a wire, it goes up in the air and explodes shrapnel or fragmentation everywhere. What we're going to do with this one is unscrew the base of it and slip it out. There should be a booster in there, and we'll get rid of that part of the explosive. Yeah, it's a bit more complicated than most mines. In New Zealand we have a type of mine like this. It's called our M16, which our engineers train with quite regularly.
Building a shot from 200 metres now.
This here is the Prom 1 mine. It's a bounding type mine. What happens is it's laid in the ground. 3 prongs will stick up. Someone stands on those prongs. The mine will shoot up out of the ground approximately chest height and explode from there, and fragmentation goes everywhere. What we're going to do with this mine is take off the bottom plate, unscrew it, slide it out. There should be a booster in here, and what we'll do is get the explosives out of that, and from there the mine should be safe. Or FFE'd as we call it, free from explosive.
Exactly the same as a Pom's X2A.
Oh, same fuse, eh?
Got a fuse there. Pass the old little about it if you like. I know a little bit about this one. Let's go again. This mine I've got here is a PMR2A. It is what they call a stick type mine, and it is a directional mine. It is a replica of the Pomsy 2 series, the Pomsy 2M. What it has is a whole lot of fragmentation rings. The mine itself, inside, has a 100 gram explosive charge inside it. Fits inside the mine, places in, the stick places on it, and this detonator screws into the top. The system itself is a tripwire operated. So the tripwire will pull out the safety pin here. On the top of it is actually a paratype flare, or a small flare that is ignited once the mine goes off, to give an indication of where the mine is and it's ignited. Very commonly used type of mine with Soviet bloc countries. Been around for approximately 45, 50 years now, this particular design. This is just a different variant of that particular mine.
Here's the TMA3. It's an anti-tank mine. It can be used, well, each of these things here is a shipping well for a fuse. It's actually just a big slab of explosive encased in wax. We can't FFE this one because it's encased in wax. But what they can do is chop them into 3/4, 3 sections, and used as an anti-personnel mine also. We have another one here, TMA5. It can be stacked on top of each other, like so, using these little lugs here. And fuse goes on top, pressure from a vehicle on it, and it'll set the whole lot off. Quite nasty.
there you go, Face. Okay. So what I've got in front of me is a locally produced TV mine, or what we call a TV mine. Basically, what it is a crude form of a claymore. This thing is, when full of explosives and shrapnel,